Hey guys, let's look at a game I played against a student, and he took white, so I'm black in this game. This is during a lesson, um, so there we go. Okay, I've been playing a bit of the 70s opening recently, right out of the 1971 Honembo book. Great book. Now, with AI and how much goes changed since then, people might not enjoy it so much, but I consider it one of the books. So, all the games that Yoshio Ishida played in the 1971 Hanembo. Anyway, I played standard. He went this way, which is fine. Now, to make this easy, black can capture, white captures, or a bit more modern, black plays this way and white plays this way, I think is a bit more correct, which, anyway, he comes here, which makes sense because he's ready. The top is ready for black. Okay. I clearly need to respond. I'm going to be an Atari. It's just going to be horrible. So I come out. Okay. Oh, I said I. White. I'm so used to being white. White comes out appropriately. Okay. Should white play again? Now, years ago, I was horribly obsessed with what am I supposed to do versus let me figure it out myself, each position. And now it's habit to figure it out. But I used to, well, what's Joseki? How am I supposed to know if I don't know Joseki? It's horrible. Okay. So if white does nothing, black gets a powerful turn right where he wants it. Well, if white plays, we're helping black to get the top. Yeah. So it's either black getting this and white has Sente, or black getting this and black has Sente. So yes, we are helping black to take the top, but we can't take it away from him anyway at this point. I'm not saying we can't invade. Okay, so yes, this is a double Sente and we should play it. Okay, what about now? Should white play again? Well, if we don't, you have to look at the consequences. Black, white can't hunting. The latter works for black. So white's got to jump out. And black gets another Sente. And the top's getting enormous. So white, and if white plays, black should respond because 3 in a row is not enough. So he needs to play again. Now, black has no Sente here, white has no Sente here. We can stop. So I went at a bit of a length there, trying to show how you can just take a moment, figure things out. Is it Sente? What's going on here? And make a decision, informed decision, rather than memorizing Joseki. Okay. Black, white, black. White plays away. Okay. Uh, let's say white plays here, finishes it off. Now is the time to use the A stone. We can use it. B's the most modern. I like C personally. I always play C, mostly because I don't know B very well. What can we do if here? Um, Maybe it's here. Atari, Atari, capture, capture. So white gets a Pinocchio on the left. That's nice. Black doesn't get an eye, and black's undercut pretty much on both sides. So good for white. Now it depends. Your next board's going to be different from this, so it's not always this good. While if we play this way, this black does not work well. Black may be able to live, but it's going to be the tiniest little corner. That's the carpenter square. What about this one? Maybe that one lives, but it's like really uncomfortable. So black has to play this way, and white can capture on the top. So black gets the left, which isn't horribly small. Black gets the top, which is nice, and white gets a very nice center. Black stones can't escape, and black gets center. Okay, but white doesn't. Okay, so as black, I start here because that's the double cente. He comes out, I get my move, he comes out, I get the cente, and then I clean up the aji. Okay. White plays here, which I think is reasonable. Partly because if we look at this black move, and now you look at the A group, it's like, well, that A group doesn't have any eyes. And if black develops a position, he can really bother that A group. So this move is big by itself and supports the A group at a distance. So I think that's appropriate. Black plays. Okay, so let's figure out here. First, is this cente? No, it's not cente. Okay. Is the bottom big enough to develop? Is black's going to be bigger? No, I would say our area on the bottom is at least as big as black's. So there's no need to start with a B. No need to rush for an invasion right now. But we know the move that develops the bottom best, and that's the contact. And AI loves this move when this is white's area. This one, you see how it's encouraging black to take. He's getting some height to take it, and white's playing a lower move, developing the bottom rather than bottom and center. So I think the other way for white is clearly better. And there's some notes and stuff here from the lesson we were talking about it. Okay, so white to play. We go through the same process as always. How's our A group? Certainly fine. I wouldn't, we might even say comfortable, but that's to me an overstatement. Since it doesn't have eyes and its shape isn't great, I am uncomfortable, but there's no way to surround it or anything. We're fine for now. time's going to slip away from us. We better find out what's going on up there so we know how to handle things. And I think B rather than C, because C's more like I'm going to live on the side, on the top up there. I don't think so. B says I'm going to live in the top or corner. So two ways to do it. So probably B. And let's just check it out. If this and this. Wyatt is really close to either living or living in co, or there's even room for running still. So I think it's very possible. Wyatt went this way. Oh, now these guys can no longer run. So there's a timing thing here. We may very well want this move as white, but you can't play it yet. We have to play the forcing move. Black's not going to just let white have his way in the corner and take away all the points, or some of the points. So this move is way too much of a commitment. Place here, and I take the double sente. White should take the double sente. Pretty big difference. Is black going to play this way? Sure. So we see white getting an awful lot here. Okay. So I get the double sente and tidy things up. I still feel it's not quite tidy. So one more. I should actually only play here. This is the primary move. That's the one I want. Well, then why am I playing this? Yeah, I shouldn't. It's a big idea. Play the primary move, not the secondary move. Here, I play the secondary move. I thought I saw something I could do. I don't think it's true. And I went ahead. I thought I finished up here, but I decided against it because who cares? That's not particularly large. So I go for life. I don't know this variation. I've had it played against me before. I mean, black lives easily, but white gets a pretty good outside. If these moves are valid, seems to me this is perfectly fine for white. And white has a nice area. But can black live in there? Well, yeah, there's a big gap here, right? That's a pretty big gap. So running home is not at all out of the question. So I start here. Okay, so black's ahead now. And now white tries life, and it's too late. Black's thick. Just doesn't work. And my first thought was to play here. It's more of a killing spot, but it leaves some weaknesses that I don't want to even think of. I can just play this and there's no weaknesses and he's just dead. And that's about it. Just in-game. Nothing else to look at. Okay, good. Hope you got to see some stuff. Catch you later.